You're listening to Mr. Credit on ESPN Radio 1700 with local credit expert Derek Evans. Now, live in studio, Mr. Credit.
Monday through Friday at noon. Save the station in your dial. This is the most important hour in radio. And I'm here to tell you everything they don't want you to know and everything else that maybe you just didn't say, even though you might be thinking it. Visit MrCreditRadio.com if you want to send me an email or do a Facebook search for Mr. Credit, and you will find me there. Pretty interesting stuff going on today. I want to do a little bit, we kicked around the idea of doing like a longer tribute to Leslie Nielsen, the guy who brought us so many laughs, who passed this week. And I wanted to give him just a couple of quick ones here, a couple of my favorites.
Surely you can't be serious.
I am serious. And don't call me Shirley.
I'll never forget that. That'll always make me chuckle. I'll be in a retirement home at 93 one of these days laughing about that. Here's another one.
We have clearance, Clarence. Roger, Roger. What's our vector, Victor?
You just got to love it. It's Leslie Nielsen.
I don't have time to say this gently, so I'll be very direct.
He was a hilarious guy and got a late start in his career, passed recently, did amazing movies like Airplane, The Naked Gun. It goes on and on. And so a quick tribute to him right here on Mr. Credit, the lunch hour, ESPN 1700. Had an amazing game last night with the Eagles and the Texans, and everyone thought that the Eagles would just steamroll them. I had a feeling that the Texans would actually pull out a close game. Instead, they lost a close one. But it was a great effort, and it was a great game, even though it was on the NFL Network, and pretty much no one saw it. At the same time, you did get to see Andre Johnson, who we also now call the champ, because of the blood weapon that he put on Cortland Finnegan in front of God and everybody. Only got fined $25,000, and I still think that was an interesting situation. But Cam Newton got off. We're going to talk about that, and I also want to talk about the Cavs. Not the Cleveland Cavaliers, more the Miami Heat, and LeBron James taking it to the Cleveland Cavaliers in their home building, proving there were plenty of people who said that LeBron James would go in there and get it done, and I was definitely one of them. But to see him sit in the fourth quarter and get 38 points, still, not play a second, only play 30 minutes the whole game, and get 38 points, just completely dominate. And I'll read you the roster of the Cleveland Cavaliers, and you'll figure out why he left. It's not that hard to figure out. It's a pretty simple situation, actually, when you look at it. So we'll go through that. Got a couple of huge football games. Chargers, we're hosting the Raiders, coming into town. We're going to get to that as well. But I got to give another tribute today. It's Fun Friday. It's Football Friday. We're going to have fun. But I'm telling you right now, there are people out there who are working really hard right now to help people. There is. And I know one of them very specifically who is in the office in all hours of the night helping people right now to become debt-free. And that's William McDonald with the McDonald Legal Group. And I can't tell you how many people come back to me and how many people say, I just can't believe how great this guy was. I can't believe how good the service is, how easy it was. I had no idea how good bankruptcy could be for me, that I could get rid of all my credit card debt, get rid of all of my unsecured debts, medical bills, collections, signature loans. Everything goes away. You start fresh, and your credit score goes higher. Almost every single time. It's amazing. You can stave off foreclosure. You can remove liability from short sales and foreclosures. It's unbelievable what the Chapter 7 does. It only takes 100 days, and it's over with. And they don't want you to know about it because it's so good for you. It saves you money, costs them money. That's why they don't want you to know about it. But I'm here to tell you that it's very, very difficult to find, someone, any service provider who really cares about you. And William McDonald does, and he just proves it over and over. Because when the going gets tough or when he gets busy and a lot of people need his help, he just works harder and later. And everyone should respect that. I do. I'm humbled by it. William McDonald, McDonald Legal Group. If you or anyone you know has financial stress, you don't have to live with it. You don't. It's your legal right to get a fresh start. Call today for a free consultation, 858-437-0103 if you want to become debt-free, 858-437-0103. to get a free consultation with William McDonald. Just tell him Mr. Credit sent you. Get rid of your debt, get a fresh start. And remember, we only get one chance at this thing called life, and we better enjoy it. 858-437-0103. Now, I had an email from a listener, and, obviously, my background as a credit expert, is something that I really, sometimes I forget, how many challenges there are out there in the world of finance and credit. I mean, it's just crazy when I get these emails. So I got an email from a listener. We're going to call her MH. And she basically said that someone at a big bank asked her to contact this credit company and pay them $1,800 to help her score go up, qualify to buy a house. The girl came to her house, had them sign papers, didn't give them a copy. They don't have an office, told us it could take a year to get our credit fixed. We gave them 4 post-dated checks. Oh, this all sounds horrible so far, Melissa, by the way. I feel like an idiot for signing up with them. 1 check was cashed already. They're cashing the next one soon. Are these types of credit restoration companies a hoax? What do you think we should do? Here's the thing. And you have to be very careful because you're not supposed to pay in advance of service. Okay? If you're looking to get your credit fixed, you can email me and I will help you figure it out. MrCreditRadio.com if you want to send me an email. And, it's very, very different and unique for every person. And I like to give as much free advice as I can because I do have this knowledge. It's something I own, and I can help you with. But at the same time, I can't give blanket information on what to do. In this specific instance, yes, I say trust your gut. Trust your gut. Your instincts are so much stronger than you give them credit for. Trust your gut. If you don't like what's happening, then stop it. Okay? Just stop. It's that simple. Trust your gut. If you got red flags, okay, trust your gut. Drop it. And that's the best advice I can give you is drop it and go with something that makes you feel comfortable. Because it doesn't matter if what you're doing is right. If you're uncomfortable, then it's not going to work. And that goes with anything. It could be an investment strategy. Your investment guy could put you in the best investment, predicament possible. You could be making money hand over fist, but if it's not comfortable, if the risk tolerances aren't, up to par or aren't, comfortable for you, then you might, blow town. I mean, you might get out. It might cost you money. But it doesn't have to. So you have to do what's comfortable. You have to know yourself. And this is what I say. When I say we have to look ourselves in the mirror, and we really have to do that. I mean, I just did it today, this morning again. Woke up, looked in the mirror and said, what am I doing? What am I not doing that I've told myself I'm going to do? Well, another week has gone by, and I still have not joined the gym. That's 2 blocks from my house. I keep giving myself excuses. Oh, first of the year. Oh, let's get past the holidays. Remember, you're either going to find a way to do something if you really want to do it or make an excuse not to. In this case, we clearly, Melissa clearly wants to improve her credit. Wants to buy a home. That's something that a lot of people want to do and should want to do right now, by the way. But if you don't know what to do, there's no place to find the information, and that's why Mr. Credit is here at MrCreditRadio.com. So I would say get out of it. If you don't like the situation you're in, if you don't feel comfortable, then go away, get a refund, pull out. We'll see where things are going. I can easily refer you to someone to work on your credit if you need to have work done. It very well could be the case that you don't, that there's just some things you need to do on your own to improve the score. Because remember, you can't change your credit overnight. It's just not possible. And rookie radio show hosts don't mute their phone, and so that's why my phone wasn't muted. But if you don't know, what to do, then you have to obviously seek help from someone who does. If you're just taking someone's word for it, who's passing you on to someone else, then obviously that means a lot less than if you were to actually go to someone who knows what they're doing. So, MrCreditRadio.com, send me emails. I appreciate them. I will help you, Melissa. I will look at the credit report you emailed me. I got that, and I'll tell you exactly what you need to do. So you got that going on. Now, when we saw it on the schedule, Eagles, Texans, we saw the fight. Andre Johnson did not get suspended. Should have been, obviously. Just fined $25,000. You go into the game last night, and the first thing everybody's thinking is, well, which Michael Vick is going to show up? He's going to turn the ball over like he did last week? Are they going to lose? This is their 4th game in 18 days, by the way. Very difficult. However, the Texans have absolutely no pass defense. Michael Vick's the number 1 rated passing quarterback. Okay, he's got the highest QB rating. So it looks like he's just going to tear it up. And that's the way the game kind of started. The Texans fought back, like I said they would, on the heels of the momentum that was created by Andre Johnson beating up Cortland Finnegan in front of God and everybody on TV, replayed over and over again, small fine, no suspension, and had a huge game. A huge game. You couple that with the fact that the Eagles, coming off of a loss in the Andy Reid era, are 38-18. So it's not like, he doesn't go and fix things. I mean, that's the reason Andy Reid's been a coach for so long, because he knows what he's doing. If he didn't know what he was doing, there's no way he'd still be there.
Yeah!
You know what I'm saying? So if you really break it down, it's obvious, why the Eagles would have the advantage there and why they covered the spread, even though the Texans took the lead late. And I almost got on Twitter. I almost did it. I'm so glad I didn't. I almost got in there and said, told you so, because I said LeBron James would go in and the Heat would absolutely blow out the Cavs, and I thought that the Texans would win a close one, although that didn't happen. We got a bunch of big games coming up here on Football Friday on Mr. Credit, ESPN 1700. When we come back, I'm going to talk about the Cavs and the Heat and get into some details on that. I'm going to give you some numbers. Obviously, LeBron, the man. But I got something really funny that happened in that game. It just reminded me of something kind of funny about basketball and sports in general that I think you'll really appreciate. We're going to talk about Cam Newton, and then we're going to have all the football action, college and NFL. We're going to go through those games when we come back. It's Mr. Credit. It's the lunch hour. It's Fun Football Friday, ESPN 1700. We'll be right back. I'm gonna make it hard to live. Soggy tears running down to a chin, and it ruins all my makeup and never warm you. A cigarette rests between her lips, but I'm staring at her tits. It's the wrong way. I've worked with plenty of different mortgage companies in San Diego, and while there are some who do a great job, there is only one that I can say is truly the best in the business. The Craig Sewing Lending Group provides an experience and expertise in real estate financing that is absolutely second to none. I've known Craig for a dozen years, and I know you would be satisfied working with him. Call 888-880-9500. That's 888-880-9500, or go to craigsewing.com if you're interested in buying real estate in Southern California. It's also worth considering the terms on your loan if you already own property. Rates are at levels that just absolutely boggle the mind right now, and chances are you could save some easy money here. Call Craig Sewing today, 888-880-9500, and tell him Mr. Credit sent you. That's 888-880-9500, or online at craigsewing.com.
Well, you bought her a car, you bought the house, you even bought her that rock. Oh, but now you'll call 1-800-DIVORCE, so she won't clean your clock.
Hey man, if you're facing a divorce, custody, or child support issue, don't go it alone. You need the professionals at 1-800-DIVORCE to help protect your rights.
This is Rick Jones of the law firm Goldberg & Jones. Selecting the right attorney for your divorce is one of the most important decisions a man can make. Even though your case may last only a few months, the impact lasts a lifetime. Our firm represents husbands and fathers in divorce, custody, and child support cases.
Call 1-800-DIVORCE. Get your phone questions answered at no charge. That's 1-800-DIVORCE, serving the entire greater San Diego area.
Call 1-800-DIVORCE.
Without a reliable body representing citizens and overseeing the elections, democracy suffers. The Electoral Institute of Citizen Participation of BC ensures that your decision is respected and the future of BC reflects your wishes. With legality and transparency, the election is preserved.
Are your wages being garnished? Are you sick of seeing your paycheck be less than what you really earned? If you have any judgments that might be garnishing your wages and you would like to make it stop, filing for Chapter 7 bankruptcy relief could allow you to eliminate any judgments and all of your credit card debt. And more often than not, you'll have a much higher credit score afterward. Mr. Credit recommends you speak with William McDonald and the McDonald Legal Group. Call him right now at 858-437-0103. That's 858-437-0103. Times are tough. You need to start getting the paycheck you deserve. Call William right now for a free consultation at 858-437-0103. That's 858-437-0103.
This is Lisa with the McDonald Legal Group. We are a debt relief agency. We help people file for bankruptcy relief under the Bankruptcy Code.
If you are visiting Mexico and are a victim of crime or abuse by any authority, the National Commission of Human Rights is here to help you. Whether you're a citizen of Mexico or a foreign country, the NHRC protects you at all times. Call 01-800-715-2000.